What's going on, guys? It's Kyle from Spin Out Cards. Today I got a handful of illustration rare cards from Scarlet and Violet that I think are still cheap and worth picking up. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if Pokemon content is your thing. I pretty much put out daily content, whether it be shorts or videos, and I wanted to make a video that addressed some of these illustration rare cards that if you see at like a local show or a collecticon or online, that I think are at a good price point to purchase. And then I also want to highlight what those cards value is if they're graded specifically in a PSA 10. So without further ado, let's get right into this list. First and foremost, the Cleffa from Obsidian Flames. This card is literally the Pokemon singing you to sleep on a frozen lake under a starry sky with a shooting star. It's under $20. It ranges from 15 to 20. And if you can pick up yourself a copy in a PSA 10 or grade it yourself, you're looking at a card that's going to sell and hold a value somewhere between $125 and $175, which is pretty wild for a card that you're all in, somewhere around 40 bucks on. Card number 2 from the set that all the scalpers love to hate, Journey Together, the Whale Lord, 162 of 159. I'm partial to underwater artwork cards. I've always had a soft spot for them, all the way back in Sword and Shield. I think this one speaks for itself in terms of the value in the art. Same price range, $15 to $20. You could probably pick this one up even closer to $15 if you're haggling somebody. A beautiful card. Journey Together definitely has some sleeper singles in there that are definitely worth checking out. And this one, if you manage to grade it in a 10 on your own, or you can pick it up right around this price point of $130 to say $110. These are all recent solds. That's pretty good value, again, for a card that you're getting as a single for under 20 bucks. Next up on the list is a card that's literally under $10 from a set that I think is going to go down as definitely one of the most desirable sets from Scarlet and Violet as a whole, which is of course Paldea Evolved. The Fletchinder, 199 of 193, an awesome illustration rare that's telling a story with the artwork. I love a card like this. End of a long day of Pokemon hunting, settling down for a little grub with your Fletchinder by the campfire. You can pick this card up for $5 to $7. If you can manage to pick it up at $5, submit it with PSA at a bulk rate for the $18 a card. You're 25 bucks all in on the card. You turn around and hold a valued card of 100 bucks, 110, somewhere between the range of, let's say, $80 and $110, which for a $5 card is pretty hard to argue with. Next up, we're going a fair bit more modern in a Destined Rivals singles. This is the Misty's Lapras, 194 of 182. This is the other Misty card. Obviously, the Psyduck gets all the shine. Rightfully so. It's a pretty cool card. You can pick up this Misty's Lapras, though, for right around 30 bucks. This is one of those cards, because of the set's relative age, I wouldn't be surprised if this card's value goes down into like the 20s and maybe settles somewhere closer to 20. I also wouldn't be surprised if you could haggle someone down to 20 bucks to get this card raw today. I love the artwork on this. Graded, this card holds a premium. The most recent sales are at 250, right at 250. I mean, even higher than that. It's come down a bit. You can see earlier, like these are August 2nd and August 6th. This was right around 300, whereas the most recent sales have come down to about 250, which is still a sizable amount for a PSA 10. But the card's hard to pull. The artwork is awesome. It's got Misty, everybody's favorite. So it speaks for itself. Next up, we're going into a set that, believe it or not, is 2 years old now, and that is, of course, Pokemon 151. This is the Dragonair, 181 of 165, a beautiful illustration rare card, really just a top-tier artwork, telling a story. It's beautiful. Dragonair is one of my personal favorites from all the way back when I was a kid. You can pick this card up for $20-ish. $20 to $23 is like the current, most recent sale range, and it's a card that I feel like has been underappreciated since its inception. In a 10, it sells right in that $100 range. You can see here like 110, 99, right around 100, and it's pretty consistently been there. This card sums up like my idea of this video perfectly. Like, it's a beautiful illustration rare card that I think is tragically undervalued that if you can get it at a really good price, it's worth picking up. Just because I know in another 6 months time, this card, instead of 20 bucks, will probably be closer to 40. So last but not least, I wanted to show that mid-era Scarlet and Violet some love. And this Morpeko, or Morpeko, however you choose to pronunciate it, is easily probably my favorite card in this set. I remember opening Paradox Rift when it first came out with the homies and pulling this card and being super psyched. It's super colorful. It's kind of got everything that I would want in a Pokemon card. It sells right at around 20 bucks. Again, this is one of those ones that you could probably haggle someone down on a fair bit. It's Morpeko being Morpeko, just being greedy and not sharing the candy and donuts. What's not to love there? Graded, again, it falls in that $100 range. A little bit more of like a range on this one, but like we'll call this 90 to somewhere around 120. So again, pretty firmly at that $100 mark. Another card that if you can get it at a good price, grade it yourself or pick it up as a 10, that I think is going to hold its value and potentially do well in the future. So there you guys have it. A handful, 6 illustration rare cards from Scarlet and Violet that I think are undervalued, worth a pickup, worth a second look, worth maybe considering grading them if you already have them in your collection. Bear in mind that illustration rares from Scarlet and Violet are notoriously hard to grade in a PSA 10. So if you do have these, make sure you're pretty meticulous in your pre-grading. And yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like on it, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.